Hi guys, so this isn't gonna be like a super long live or anything. I just wanted to talk about some things that's been going through my head and whatnot. So yes, I'm glad to have you guys here. Hi Vanita, hi Maylin, hello Lori. So I'm hoping this isn't gonna be a really long live. I didn't even take care of my dogs or let them out so they weren't playing like crazy while we did this. Because there's just some things I want to run by you. I want to talk about what I'm feeling, what's been coming to me the last couple days, because this is something for some reason that's just there all the time. And I want to also tell you guys what happened. It's kind of crazy. I need to see who's saying hi on Facebook because it doesn't tell me. Hopefully everybody will be quiet. Hey, Lucy. Okay, so it looks like it's Daniela and Hermeline. So, hi guys. I have to. I hate that it says Facebook user. I can never tell who's commenting. Yeah, I have lots of videos on them. I put everything in a playlist, so hopefully things are easier to find now. I am working on some more noise videos that are a couple hours, but I have to get some more room on my my computer so that I can upload some more of those for you guys. So I know it's kind of a late live, but I had a reading and then I had to take care of the dogs and take a shower. And like I said, I didn't even finish taking care of them, like letting them out and stuff, because I just wanted to come on here and do a quick live without any interruptions so I can kind of think of what I'm trying to talk about. And just some things that have been going over and over kind of in my mind. If I can piece together my thoughts of what I wanted to talk about today, hopefully. Just give everybody a few more minutes. I am waiting for Shazam to show up. She might be late. So I don't even know. She said last time she didn't get a notification. All right. So I can't promise any more is going to come tonight because, like I said, I'm super tired. We're just going to take it as it comes. But I did want to talk about some impressions. I've been going over visions and things that I've had since the beginning in my mind to try to figure this out. I do understand that I get interconnects, especially when I channel deeper and I go into a focused read. So, because I've been a little confused about stuff because the first reading was a little different than the second reading. And I think I'm kind of understanding why now. So right off the bat, the very first thing that I got, and I don't remember if this was, no, wait, the first thing I got, I think, was the vision of her and, or I have someone, I should say, going off into the water. This was August 8th. I did not know she was missing at this time. Like I said, I had been getting it for a while. I had been getting it since before she went missing, and then I got it again, it looks like August 7th. So it'll be the day after. So then in the group, we proceeded to talk about how this was probably Kiely. And I said, well, the timing fits, the situation fits. Well, it's not connected, Corey. It's not connected. I'm going to explain that in just a second. So usually whenever I don't know if you guys have noticed, but sometimes if I get something, different cases will connect. It doesn't mean they're connected, like the same people are responsible or whatever. That's not what it means. It's just with a timing thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Like when I first got the freezer thing, ended up, like when I dreamed about that, ended up fitting like 3 cases after. So sometimes this is what I mean by interconnect, similar cases. So we got, first, it started off with Kyle Mormon, right? And if you guys remember, I saw his picture and I started getting the water or the car being pulled up out of the water. And what was weird is I had just started watching Adventures with Purpose at that time. I had never really watched them before, but it was kind of like a nudge to watch. And honestly, I never really realized how many cars were in the water. I never, probably would have never thought about it at that time. So there was a reason I feel like I was told to watch that, and I'll explain in just a minute. So first off with Kyle Mormon and his car in the water. Okay. Then we have this Kiely's missing with her car. Then we have another girl out of California that is also missing with her car in the Fresno area. I cannot remember her name, but if you Google it, I'm sure you'll come up on it. She looks to be Spanish or Latina, however you want to call it. She went missing within a block or a mile and a half of her. She left to go to the store and she went missing, and she's also with her car. And then you have this couple from Vegas that went missing the same time that Kiely did. So as you can see, it's kind of like a connection, kind of like we have one. This is what I mean by interconnects. This is kind of what happens. It's weird. And I don't think a lot of people really notice this, but I do. I notice the connections. So, and I think it's important, right? So this was the first vision that I got, and it was before we knew that Kiely was missing. So I have kind of stayed with this because this is my strongest feeling. When I saw her, I wanted to connect this to her with her car missing. Now, if we know, most of the time when a car is missing with someone, it's usually an accident. They're usually in water. If you've ever watched AWP, Chaos Divers, all of them, that's usually how it is. And that's not what I'm basing it off of. I'm basing off of getting this first vision. So you guys have to understand that when we get visions, it's all in how we perceive the information. Okay. I prefer to go into things blind before anything ever comes out, if possible, because it keeps my mind from interfering. When we use tools and we use cards and anything like that, as I've said before, our mind can influence it. So if we're thinking one way or another about a case, it can influence the reading. Even if you're channeling, it can influence the reading, because you have to remember that things come in the form of thoughts a lot of times. And sometimes it's hard to differentiate what is spirit and what is your thoughts. So I think that is why people get different things, and also why, we perceive information differently. So for instance, on the last live reading I did, the way that things were coming in was like ice cream and cookies and then movies. It all came in together. When I asked her about that, she said, no, it didn't make sense that they were watching that while eating that while watching TV. However, she said, well, it does make sense this way. It makes sense with my kids, him sneaking his grandkids, cake and cookies. So it's all in how we perceive the information. And it could be why it could be that they're different spirits as well, because they do jump over one another. If one is going to be found, another one will jump over one another. And this is what happens when I channel, when I do my auto writing, or when I do my focus writing. I can have others. I notice I get more interconnects when I do that for some reason. I think it's because I'm deeper than if I'm channeling with you guys here watching. I'm more focused. I'm deeper. So there was this first vision that I got with Kiely, right? So right there, I think that belongs to her. Okay. She's missing with her car. Then the first dream I got was a lake with woods. Okay. This was before, I think this was the night after this. I think this was before I knew any details of who was missing or anything like that. It was kind of weird. It was mostly like lake and woods. Okay. So in the first reading, I felt she was an accident. I felt she was in water, but I wasn't really sure. The second reading, it was more focused, but if we noticed, or I noticed when I went back, because sometimes I can rewind my visions, I noticed that I didn't really see her leaving the lake area. And I could have misconstrued the 5 miles. It could be 5 miles, within 5 miles from the lake. I could have misconstrued the fact that she really wanted to go home with the fact that she was close to her home. So it's all in how I perceive information. Thinking more about this. Okay. So then today, I kept getting the reference to one of AWP's cases. I don't know if you guys have watched the specific case, and I don't remember his name. A guy went missing at a party, and it was next to a pond. The police searched that pond numerous times and did not find his car. AWP wanted to go and search the pond, and they were told, well, we searched this pond numerous times. He's not there. AWP decided to do it anyways and ended up finding the car. I believe that this is the one where they didn't want to give them the reward money. So if you guys look into that. Oh, it's okay, girl. That is the case I was getting today in reference to, just randomly. What else is kind of weird is that every time that I'm talking to Shazam and going somewhere in a group chat, my phone will call, or their phone will call me with their phone sitting down somewhere, turned upside down, and they're not touching their phone. There's no way they could have butt dialed me. Okay. Because both times going somewhere is like, oh, I don't know how that happened, because like my phone was off and it wasn't anywhere near me. I couldn't touch it. Shazam today was like, well, my phone was upside down, like face down on the table. No one touched it. And it called all three of us, and all three of us picked it up both times. Both times we were talking about Kiely. The first time we were talking about an area, we were looking at the area by her house. The second time today, I was looking at the lake because something told me just go back and look at the lake, because I've never looked at the lake. Okay, I thought it didn't really make sense, but it might the more that I look at it. Yeah, Shazam wasn't even touching the phone. So this is twice that I was called by each of them when we were talking about Kiely. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. At all. Like, you know, you guys are talking about me kind of thing. I want you to talk about me more. I want you to figure this out. So I've been asking for some clarification since last night. I was referenced that case today about the kid at the party and being in the pond. No one knows how he got there. And also I came across a few things today where I think it was a teenager one we were talking about, Shazam, where the teenagers were found close to home in water, both cars. And everybody thought all these different things happened, right? They had suspects. They had all these different situations that they thought had happened to these two kids, and they were in the water the entire time. So, you know, usually when we're messing with cars, not always, but most of the time, it makes sense. So not only do I try to go with my visions, but I try to go with the logical thing. The only part I know about her chart is that it does come up as an accident. So since they haven't put that out, I won't go more into her forensic astrology chart, but that does click with what I'm getting. And then so today I kept going back to the lake, and I was like, well, you know what? It is pretty wooded. It is hilly. I could see if she was drinking how she could end up there. Maybe no one would see. So that kind of does make sense. As far as my vision, the first vision, the dream, and the first reading. All of that seems to drive and click and be the same, right? So today I've been seeing, so the last few days I keep seeing this car crashing into trees like I did in the second reading. And I'm starting to wonder if it's the people from Reno, the couple that went missing that were 24 hours difference. I'm starting to wonder if that's them. I'm not sure because I haven't done a reading, but there definitely is someone that's been in a car accident that has went through trees and is wedged in between trees, and then there's water. That is something that did happen. I don't know if it's Kiely anymore because, again, today I kept seeing her car. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain. Where did they find him, Tin? Okay, see, they went off an embankment. Was it in trees by chance? Do you know? Because that would qualify as my second reading. Because remember, I kept talking about the embankment and trees. So that's what I've been saying. I found out about that today, and I told Shazam, I said, I bet you that's an interconnect. Because they went missing 24 hours after Kiely. So I think sometimes they can be a little bit stronger. And I was telling Shazam, I bet you they're the accident all day long. All day long. So I'll have to look at that area and check it out and see if what I was seeing. But in, that one, I saw that for a couple days where I was seeing them crash into a tree or something like that at the bottom. Thought it was Kiely, but then we go back to the whole water situation. She can't crash into trees and be in water at the same time. So, all day today, I have seen her car kind of floating down into deeper water. I've been getting that all day long. I told Shazam about it earlier because I've been wanting clarification. I've been asking for clarification because I was very, very confused. And again, like I said, hopefully we'll find out if that vision is exact. Visions aren't always exact, but it is possible. So that is possible what my second reading was about. Now looking at it, right? Two spirits, a little bit stronger than one, wanting to be heard will overtake. It's just the way that it is. And if it's similar, you kind of can't tell the difference. So this is what I talk about interconnects and it being like a pattern. So there's a pattern, right? So we have Kiely, we have these two people, and we have the other one in Fresno. All from California, all missing in their cars, all around the same time. It's like, you know what I mean? Like a pattern. And sometimes, again, when we're channeling, it's hard to tell that their energies apart, especially when I'm that deep. I'm just going by what I'm shown. So going back to the first reading, going back to the first vision, going back to the first dream, I feel like she's in water. And again, all day today, I'm asking for clarification. And I keep seeing the car kind of float into deeper water. It's all dark around me. That's all I can see. Is it going down? So my prediction about this situation, I think AWP is going to find her. I really do. And the reason why I say that is my very first reading, to me, AWP or someone like AWP, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be them. My very first reading, I talked about AWP a lot. And so when I mention things, it's not just because I'm thinking about them. It's usually because I'm given that information or I'm given that idea. So now they've come out. Right now they've come out saying they're going to come and look for her. I think the first place they're going to check is that lake, and possibly they're going to find her in deep water. Now, how it happened, I'm not too sure about, but I think it had something to do with, because I haven't been shown the whole thing with her. But I do think she's with her car because of what I was shown today about it floating down into the deep water. So see, now that they were off an embankment, now we go back to my reading with Chrissy and how first I got Chrissy in her car. That's another one found in her car. So Chrissy was in her car. It started with her actually in her car. And I got medical stuff, and then it switched to somebody else, and there's an accident down an embankment. So that's where these guys come in. Then it kind of, so it's hard whenever there's so many cases that are patterns alike. If you guys can see what I'm talking about, that's the interconnects. It's very mind-blowing. And in this case, it is very mind-blowing because there's multiple cases with cars. Now, as far as the rumors go and everything like that, I don't know. I'm staying out of that. I go by what spirit gives me. I don't go by anything else. I haven't been shown anybody involved. I keep getting it was an accident, and I keep getting her car in the water. Now, whether she got irritated, was drinking, drove and accidentally drove into the water. I mean, the place is really big. It's got a lot of narrow roads. It's very dark. If someone's drinking, I can see it very easily. I never looked at it before because it didn't make sense to me. But today and yesterday, I was pushed to go look at that lake. So it's for a reason that I feel pushed that lake. Also, I was drawn to the word alder when we were looking at the map, and I noticed that there's an alder creek right there. So that could be another just validation for it. So that I think the AWP is going to come in, and I think they're really going to find her in water. I really do. That's a very strong feeling. This whole thing's been strong. And through all those cases where AWP has come in and found people that have been missing with their car, and everything's thoroughly searched, and then they come in and find them, and it's after people have been, accusing other people, and there's suspects, and there's all these rumors and stuff. So I try not to go by that. I'm not going to go by the rumors and everything. Hello. Just because that's not the way that I like to work. Now, it does make me second guess sometimes, but with this, I don't think it's wrong. I just don't. Because that my vision and her chart, which I had my vision first before I ever saw her chart, match. And I put a lot into astrology because I know that it aligns with our blueprints. So, that's the vision that I got today, was I saw her car floating down. Now that those others have been found, that vision has stopped. So I really think it was them down the embankment was what I was getting. Because I haven't seen that at all today, but yesterday I saw it, day before I saw it, where I kept seeing them crash through trees. Right. I mean, it could have been that a deer did still come out in front of her car at the lake. Or it could have happened with these people. Somewhere there's a buck involved. And if these people were going through any kind of area, it's still possible. So we don't really know, right? So I think that the reason why I haven't been seeing the crashing through trees and embankment today is because they were found. But I've seen it the last 2 days. So they were being very adamant that, yes, there was an accident. And they were missing the same 24 hours after Kiely around the same area. So that's why I think I picked that up. And I'll probably have to now change the title to Interconnects so that people can kind of see and understand. But I just wanted to kind of put out my prediction. I feel very strongly that that's why I got, if you guys remember last week, the second reading I did, I said I keep getting a reference to next week, and AWP is coming out Friday. So Friday is this week. Because I did it last week. So I'll see next week. So that Friday would be in the time frame of what I chose, what I picked. Also, 7 could have been 7 days. So within a week. The thing is I did notice that they were saying, yes, they searched the lake, but they were saying in the middle of the lake, it's very deep. It's about 52 feet, and they're going in blind. I've seen multiple cases. There's one case where I've seen and this is not to say anything negative about the police. It's not to say anything negative about their search efforts or anything like that. That's not, just some people have more of a gift for things. But that's not to say anything about that. But they were saying they were basically going in blind because it's 52 feet of water. Now, I've seen other cases where cops have searched for hours and AWP comes in and, within 10 minutes, and finds them. So it's not to say they just have, I don't know if they have better equipment, more of an eye. I don't know. I don't know how they find them after all these areas have been searched and searched and searched. Hi, Deb. I do too, Deb. It's something I can't let go of. And the fact that she keeps making Shazam and going somewhere call me when we're talking about her is very, that's the only thing I could think it is, because their phones are nowhere near them when they call me. It's the weirdest thing ever. So, I mean, I feel like she's a very strong spirit. As far as foul play, I haven't seen any, so I can't say that. Yes, a lot of people talk about, oh, the best friend this, oh, that. And, okay, maybe she's lying about stuff, whatever. Maybe she doesn't feel like she wants to get in trouble. I don't know. But as far as me seeing anything done to her, it's not something I've seen, so I can't say. Last week, whenever I did that reading last week, I know I got 7, but I got a reference to this week. So they're coming on Friday. So that would validate that. So the 7 days would be from whenever I did that read. I don't know if it's 7 days. I just got a 7. So I don't know. It could be a day with 7 in it. It could be 7 days from when I did the reading, which would put us around Friday, Saturday area, I believe, if I'm right. Yeah, 4 days ago. Okay, so that would put us, Saturday? That's about, okay, so that makes sense, because it did come in after I said next week, and I said that last week. But yeah, I haven't seen, like, she hasn't shown me anything, like, bad, like anybody doing anything bad to her. And like when it comes to all these other cases, everybody thought somebody did something bad to them, and that wasn't the case. So I'm not going to put any thoughts about any of that out there because I have not seen it and I do not know. And when it comes to like people saying, well, you got to watch this thing on The Best Friend, I'm not going to watch it because I don't want it to influence me in any way. You can ask Shazam. When I start doing that, I start second guessing everything, and I don't want to do that. I just want to do the best that I can and go by what Spirit gives me, because Spirit knows more than anybody else, right? So yeah, Shazam just does like the research validation. She's the one that cuts all the videos for me and sends them to me, and I post them. So she does a lot of work behind the scenes. And just because you guys haven't seen me on here working, I've been working. And that's one reason I'm so exhausted, is because I'm just getting, I'll get random visions, and just because I'm not like on here doing readings doesn't mean I'm not thinking about it. Doesn't mean I'm not going over maps, because I am. I'm thinking about it. I'm going over maps. I'm going over my visions, because I'll replay my visions in my head, and I'll just be like, well, you know what? Let's go back to the first dream, the first dream, the first vision, and the first reading. Let's go back that way. Those I didn't. Now in the reading, I didn't really see her go in the water, but I kept feeling, because of the first vision, that's what it was. And then now we know that the second reading was more than likely the people that went off the embankment coming from Reno, the couple. I cannot remember their names. I'm sorry. I'm not good at names, but it was the couple that went missing 24 hours after. So it's not connected as in anything had anything to do with it. Like I said earlier, before she just told us that, it's connected as in they both had accidents, and it's an interconnect, and it's like a pattern. That's the way that I look at it, because that's the way that Spirit has worked with me, and I see all the patterns. So what's weird too is the one that's missing in Fresno. That one I'm just like, whoa, because there's no water, there's no embankment. She went missing like a mile away from her house. But what's weird is I kept getting the name Rose, and I wrote it down on my list. And the Rose Street is the street right in between where she left and where she went missing from, like, because she went missing within a mile. Rose Street is right in the middle of that. So that was tripping me out a little bit, because I got it during like a private reading with someone and I didn't say it. Yeah. Well, see, I wanted to come on here last night, but something told me no. Plus, I was having really bad allergies all day yesterday. My eyes were so puffy and jacked up that I was just like, no, I can't do it. So the reason why I was told to wait was because they were going to find those people today, I think, and then I would know that that's where that vision belongs. And then also they were giving me a vision today about the car floating down into deep water and making me go back and look at the lake and stuff. Because I think that I got things mixed up a little bit, and I'm not perfect. Psychics are 80 to 90% accurate. We are not 100% accurate. We can always misinterpret. Like I say, it is how we perceive the information. Same thing with EVPs. Not only is it not always the person that you want coming through, but it's how you perceive the information. So just because someone says mom doesn't mean that their mom's involved. It could be that they're trying to get a message to mom. So it's all in how we perceive it. So her saying I wanted to go home, I could have meant like, okay, she was on her way home. I took it as she was on her way home and that's when she crashed. That's how I took it, which she was, but I just am not sure that she got very far at this point. And I just think because they say, I think she's just in deeper water. And they say that when they first go in, they're really hard to spot. I think it was Chaos Divers. I saw that. And I've learned a lot from that, which is good because, you know, it lets me learn and understand like maybe why I get certain visions, maybe why I get certain information. Like I would have never known who the hell AWP was if Spirit didn't make me go watch their videos before Kyle Mormon went missing. And then now that's a reference to let me know that they're in water. So they did the same thing with Kyle Mormon, and actually Chaos Divers was on their way and then they were found. So I think that's going to be a symbol. Because remember, we all have certain symbols that we work with, and all of psychics are different with the symbols. So I don't have the same symbol somebody else has. And sometimes we have to figure out what those symbols mean. So it's very possible that the whole buck with the accident down the embankment was for this couple, which very sad situation. Unfortunately. Which makes me feel like I'm not crazy. Because I told Shazam, I said, there is someone that is in an accident. I don't know if it's Kiely now because I keep feeling like she's in water. So whoever this is that's been that crashed into trees and is like stuck there, like there is someone that has been in an accident and went down an embankment because it is a repeating vision and it will not go away. That's how I know that it's important. So I'm going to have to look up that area and see if there's trees and whatnot, see if any information I can find on it. And I'll probably have to rename and name it Interconnect. So that's the only thing that kind of confuses stuff, right? Because the same thing happened in Chrissy when I tried to do a deep reading. And that's why I don't really like to do that anymore, because it seems like I get more interconnects that way. And I don't know why. I think because I'm deeper, more spirits, and I'm more open, more spirits can come in. So, you know, like we had Chrissy, I was like, okay, she's in her car and there's a medical issue, blah, blah, blah. But then it switched to an accident. Then it switched to a carjacking. This carjacking we don't know has happened yet, but I don't know. It might belong to that girl in Fresno now. Because now we have the accident accounted for. We have Salinas accounted for because I got that in there. And so I think this is the water. And then now I'm just going to wonder about that. Because she went missing within a mile. I don't know how good that area is either. I'm curious. So, I don't know. I'd have to do a reading on that to say for sure. I'm not saying it's a carjack. I'm just saying I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for that because that was very vivid. So, that's going to be another case. So, again, it's hard to make sense of our visions. But as I'm talking to you, I'm seeing the same thing with the car floating into deep water. I really think AWP is going to find her. Because I feel like she's going to be found. I don't feel like she's going to be missing forever. It doesn't come across that way. I could be wrong, but that's just the feeling I get. I don't feel she's going to be missing forever. And then it's like they keep showing me news clips like things aren't as people think they are. You know, it's going to come out that this was just an accident. Everybody thought other things. And like, okay, so what? Her friend is deleting her Facebook and stuff. I would too if everybody was accusing me of something. And I don't know if anybody's involved. Like I said, I wasn't shown that. I was always showing her by herself. And it's possible she was drinking. She was maybe mad at the situation. She wanted to go home. And if you look at that, those roads are very narrow. It would have been very easy for her to take a wrong turn or to mess up. I feel like she accelerated instead of hit the brake. And if she did go in the water, cars float for a little bit before they go down, which is maybe why I'm seeing it kind of sink. And I don't know, that reservoir, I think it's like not very deep, and then it drops down and is deeper, is the way that it comes in my mind. It comes in my mind like it's like straight out for a little while, and then it goes deep, 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 and then it comes back up. I don't know. I don't know if that's how it is, but that's how my mind envisions it. And, you know, I've asked her for clarification, you know, come in my dreams, tell me something. I need to know more. But it's really like, I think I think there's not like a whole big conspiracy. It doesn't come across like there's a whole big conspiracy. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think that I am. I just don't. So, I mean, I don't think there's much more else I can do with this case at this time, other than, like I said, I've been going over my visions over and over and over. Yeah, I really think she's in water at the lake. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. The more that, you guys don't understand how much I sit here and go over all the visions that I've gotten and try to make sense of it and try to figure out where they're talking about. But the fact they kept pointing me back to the lake yesterday, that I never really looked at it because I really thought maybe she left and she was okay from the way that it came in. But I never see God on a freeway or nothing when I did my reading. And it's not very clear. So it's kind of, I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people can come in AWPs. You never know who's talking, and that's why it's hard to say. You know, I listen to them, and sometimes I'll try them just for the heck of it, but I don't have the patience for them, for one, and for two, I don't take much merit on them because they can trick you. There's ones that can come in and trick, and then you don't know again who's talking. So if you're getting one name, you might think it's for this case, but it's someone else coming in and saying it for a whole nother case that maybe they're there. So, you know, and we can do that too. Like it can get mixed up. Like I'm trying to explain to you now how I think it got mixed up. She's not in the back of her car. I see her in the driver's seat. Like I said, I think it was an accident, and I've always got accident with this. Her chart says accident. I don't think it's a big conspiracy. I don't see her in the back of her car. I see her in the driver's seat and her hair going up, and, you know, not like, I don't know. I don't think the car fills up with water. I don't really know how that works, but it could just be the fact that she's showing me going down. Right. And it's still hard to tell what voices are what, right? I don't think this is I just don't think it's a big conspiracy. And I think that the reason why a lot of people aren't coming out is maybe they didn't really see anything, you know? If I know from being at a party, for one, I don't watch when people leave. I've left a party and people didn't know I left. And I've seen people leave where I didn't know that they left. And you're drinking and partying and talking and paying attention to other things. You don't pay attention to something else. If she crashed on the other side of the lake, or, you know, on her way leaving or whatever, maybe they didn't hear anything. If they had music going or whatever, I mean, who knows? All I know is, on what part, Malin? With her hair, with the hair going up and her going down. I've seen that all day today. It's just a repeat. And as I'm talking to you guys, I keep seeing it. But I don't think it's foul play. I haven't been told it's been foul play. I heard accident. I think she was the one that texted her mom. I think she was trying to go home. I think she was more drunk than she realized. And who's the other people? Because I only know the other two that we just talked about that got in an accident. Okay, yeah, exactly. That's what I keep seeing, and I'm seeing it now as I'm talking to you. It won't go away, and that was one reason I wanted to come on and talk to you guys, to tell you that vision. So now that I know she's in water, and the reason why those other two were found, so it has to do with timing. That's what I mean about, so I try to tell you guys about the interconnects and the timing. So for 2 days before those people were found, I kept getting crashing into trees, and now they've been found, and now all I can see is her in water, her car in water. So they came in together. I know it's that's why I don't like to do my deep reads anymore. I get a little too deep and everybody just wants to come in. But see, that's the interconnects. That's what I keep trying to tell you guys, the interconnects and the connections and the patterns. That's just how it works, and with the timing. So again, I think AWP is going to find it. I really do. I have a really strong feeling about that, you guys. And I don't make predictions like that. I don't make predictions usually about when people are going to be found and who they're going to be found by and all that. Like, I don't do that because it's something that's really hard to predict. But for some reason, I feel very strongly about this. And I think it's because, AWP, that's what I'm talking about. So we were just talking about that. Yes, they were found off an embankment. We just talked about that fact that that's probably the one in my second reading about the crashing through trees. They were going down an embankment. They were found off of an embankment. And I was just saying that they're the ones that came in, and I saw it for 2 days, that same vision, and now they've been found, and now I'm seeing in the water. So they overtook for a little bit until they were found, and now I've got this. Which is what I kept telling Shazam all day. I bet you anything that car down the embankment is this couple, because I just learned about that couple today. If I would have learned about them before, I would have thought about it. I would have thought about it before, but I didn't. I just heard about it today, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, we should have heard about it like when they went missing, but I just heard about it today. And then I was like, I told Shazam all day. I was like, I bet you anything that's the down the embankment car. It has to be, because I didn't see it anymore. I didn't see it anymore today. I didn't see it yesterday. That's all I saw all day. Day before that, that's all I saw. Today, I didn't see it. And they were found today. So it's got to be them. And now I'm seeing the car going into the water. And it's like floating down into deep water. So I bet you, I think that this goes, I think it's like flat, it's like shallow water for a little bit, and then it drops down. It's almost like that's what happened. Like, it floated and then it floated down. So, though really a plane. That's sad. That's who we're talking about. You guys are going to have to rewind it. They just found him down an embankment. That's what I've been saying this whole time. That's what my vision was. That's what my vision was in reading 2 about the car going down the embankment into trees. Yes. I mean, it's not weird. They got in an accident. That's what I'm telling you guys. Patterns, connections, my interconnects. And now it's like I couldn't see anything but that accident for 2 days. So Spirit said, wait on the live until today. All right, but I don't think they're not connected, though. And people are putting way too much spin on this, like they always do with everything. I mean, a lot of times people that go missing and they pass water on the way, they're in the water, but everybody makes all these assumptions and start getting suspects and everything. Like I said, okay, you guys need to go back and listen to this live, okay? Because I was stating that I don't think the embankment with trees is her. It is the couple from Reno. Going back to my first vision of this is Kiely. My dream of the lake and the woods is Kiely. My first reading is Kiely. The first part of my reading of the second reading is Kiely. But the part where they went down an embankment and crashed into trees, that is the people from Reno. We just found out they went down an embankment, and all day I've been saying, I bet you anything that's the people, because I told Shazam, I said, look, I said, I've been seeing this accident for 2 days. I kept seeing a car going down an embankment, down an embankment, down an embankment, into trees. And I said, this is a real accident. I don't know if it's Kiely, but it's a real accident. And whoever it was took over the last part of the reading, and it really happened. Then we find out from the couple from today, and I told Shazam, I said, I bet you anything it's this couple. Then after I figured that out, then I saw the car floating down. And I think, like I said, and you guys know I got Adventures with Purpose, the very first reading, right? And then the second reading I kept getting next week. We're going to get something next week. Well, this is next week, and they're coming Friday. I think they will find her. She is in deep water in that lake. I think very strongly that that's where she's at. I thought, like I said, I think I misunderstood her being home because she wanted to go home so bad. So I think I misunderstood and thought that she was on her way home like that way. She could be within 5 miles of where she left at. And within, that could be a mile. It's just a within mileage. It's not an exact thing. So I'd be curious to see this place where the couple got into the accident at, coming from Reno, because again, that would not leave my mind. And now that they've been found, I do not see it anymore. Now it's just the car floating into deep water with Kiely. Unfortunately, I just think it was a bad circumstance, she shouldn't have left, but she wanted to go home. Again, I don't see them doing anything to her. I can't say that because it's not what I see. And when I see the car floating down, I see her in the driver's seat with her seatbelt on and her hair kind of going up. That's how I see it. And as I'm talking to you guys, it won't go away. So it must be important. And like I said, my prediction is I think AWP will find her in that lake because it's like the only place I can think of with deep water. Donner, I can't see her going into Donner. There's like no place for her to really go in without hitting a damn house or something, or that would be a way out of her way. So I think something happened. Maybe it's too dark. She was too drunk, something. Anyways, I think her car's in that water. And I apologized before when I was like, well, I don't know why they're putting so much time on that area. She's not there because she kept saying she wanted to go home. So I thought she was closer to home. But then Spirit kept telling me, go look at that area. Go look at that lake, And so now it's kind of been an obsession about looking at the lake and kind of seeing where she could have went in at. And I don't really know. I just feel like she's in the deep part of it. So wherever she went in at, she probably floated for a little bit, and now she's in the deeper area. And that's why I think they haven't found her, is because, for one, it's harder to find cars. And for two, I think they said that they were going in blind and it's 52 feet of water. So I'm hoping that the reason why I got AWP in the first reading is because AWP is going to come in and find her this week, because last week we said we were going to know something this week. I said I don't know if she's going to be found, but there's going to be something happen next week, which I said that last week during reading 2. So just talking about how the interconnects work, I just wanted to explain that to you guys now that we figured it out. Thank you for whoever told us about the couple that they just found. That's why Spirit told me to wait. That's why they told me not to come on live yesterday, to do it today, because they were going to be found today. And it's also the 17th, right? 7. So, 17th. That could be the 7 as well. Like I said, my prediction is AWP is going to come out and find her. I said we will know something within next week. I said that last week. So this coming week, maybe within the 7 days. So I don't know exactly when they're going to find her, but I feel like they're going to find her. That's just what I feel strongly. Because I got AWP in the very beginning. So I feel like it's a big possibility. And I think they're going to focus on that lake when they come out too. Because Spirit kept bringing up the case with the boy that went to a party near a pond and ended up in the pond. No, I said 7, not 17. I said today's the 17th, so 7 could mean 17th. because the other 2 people were found. I'm just saying. I didn't get 17. I don't know what the number 17 means on her tattoo. I have no idea. It might be personal to her. I mean, unfortunately, even though we're psychics, we don't know everything. We only know what spirit gives us. And so, that's what I'm going by, is just what spirit gives. And I'm not getting the whole, it's weird because I'm not like getting the whole, like everything that happened. But the way that I see her is like she must have driven into the lake with being drunk and just being dark and being, maybe she got a little lost and turned around. And I don't know if she was upset, because I kind of get that feeling of like being upset over something. But again, that feeling of wanting to go home. So it was stronger than staying there. She didn't want to stay there for whatever reason. Maybe she didn't feel safe or whatever. There's been times, that I wanted to stay somewhere and then I kind of changed my mind because I didn't feel comfortable. And maybe that was her situation, or she got in an argument with someone. I don't know. All I know is I kind of get the feeling of like she was a little upset. I do think she was the one that texted her mom. And this is also possibly why her phone pinged on water and on land. But I still think she cracked her phone because that kept coming in. So I'd be curious if it's cracked. That's one thing that she kept showing me, was the cracked phone. I don't really know like what happened with that. But anyways, in the beginning, I thought she wasn't at the lake, but she kept telling me to go back to the lake today all day long. So I've been staring at this lake on the damn map all day, trying to figure out where she could go in at or whatever. It's the only place that makes sense for water. Again, I don't sorry, I don't see foul play involved in this. I think it's just a tragic accident by a huge life mistake. Because again, I keep getting reference cases where they're found in water and people never thought they would be. And again, that one with the party and the kid, they don't know how he got into the pond. He left the party and ended up in this pond, and they searched that pond multiple times, never found him. And it's a pond, it's not even a lake, and they never found him. And then AWP comes out and finds him in that pond. So why, I don't know. Maybe over time things change in the water. I'm not sure, but the cops said they searched it multiple times, and he was at a party. So same situation as Kiely. He was at a party. She was at a party. How'd he end up in the pond? I don't know. I think he was in the driver's side though. So spirit will reference other cases for me. And so I just think it's funny that I was watching AWP and I happened to watch that case and now they're referencing that. No, I'm saying that she's in the lake. Prosser Lake. I'm talking about the case where the kid was found in the pond that went to the party. There was a party and it was by a pond and he ended up in the pond in his car. It's just a reference of a similar situation. Spirit will reference similar situations to tell me, look, it's like this, or it's similar to this. That's how spirit works with me. That's why sometimes they make me watch stuff so that they can go back and be like, look, you saw this and this is what it's like. So I apologize for making people look on her road home and everything. I really thought that that's what she was saying. And it looks like that crash was the couple. So sometimes that happens, like I said, but there was something that pushed me to come on tonight to kind of explain this to you guys and to tell you the new stuff I was getting. And again, I keep seeing that same vision. So it's just like I saw it with the accident of the car going down the embankment over and over and over again. Now I'm seeing the car floating down in the water. So now that they have been found, because it's happening with timing. So it's almost like they kept showing me that accident till they were found. Now I'm getting her over and over and over. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, that's it. Like I said, I can only give what I get, and I think AWP is gonna find her in the Prosser Lake, in the deep water in the middle, wherever it goes down, because it's almost like it's shallow and then it drops. Is the way I see it. Like it drops, and she shows me like it's really really dark all around her. I think they were partying and not paying attention. And if you see, there's all kinds of trees and stuff in the way between where they were and the lake. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they saw anything. Because if you're partying, you're not paying attention, cars float. I think she hit the accelerator. Not the something happened where she hit the accelerant instead of the brake, but cars will go in and then they will float. So that's how. If you watch AWP, they kind of explain that sometimes. And that's how they find them, is because they go by the way that things could have possibly happened. No, it's not military. No, I had someone do it for me, or draw it out for me. She made it specifically for me. I wanted like a girly armband. So, but I think in this instance though, it's a reservoir, and like I said, it drops, so it's not like a normal lake where there's like they're not 52 feet in normal lakes. Right. And I mean, she was grown up for her age. She graduated early. We can't control everything that our kids do, unfortunately. And that's what I'm saying. There is no rails or nothing to keep her from going in that lake. No, because it pinged on water and land at the same time. But again, I saw her kind of talking on her phone by the water or something at one point, but it pinged on water and land at the same time. So then if it went in the water, then that would be it. It would shut off, right? But for some reason, I see her phone. She shows me her phone cracked on the screen, and I don't really know why or how she keeps showing me that. But that's one thing I keep getting. I mean, no, it wouldn't be really more random of a ping, because again, it pinged on water and land. I don't see anybody doing anything to her. And again, accident matches with her astrology chart. This is accident. I got accident way before I saw that part. That part was told to me out of validation because I was like really second guessing. I started watching all these things about everything, and I started second guessing, and it was weird. Right when I started second guessing, I don't remember who it was. Someone came in the group and said, "Look, her astrology chart says accident. I think you're right." So that validated me, and I'm going to stick with that. It is it is sad. All situations like this are sad, we all have our exit points, unfortunately. We're all going to go one way, and sometimes our exit points are earlier on in life, unfortunately. And it's sad for the other couple as well. And I don't feel great about the one in Fresno or by Fresno. I can't remember the name of that place where she went missing at, but it's by Fresno. That's another one she's missing with her car as well. So that one, I might look into that one because it's kind of driving me a little bit wild. I could be wrong. Look, like I said, psychics are not 100% right. We're 80 to 90% right. But this has been consistent as far as the vision I got, the dream I got, the first reading. Now she's showing me this after we find out that the other people have gone down the embankment, and that's where that vision belongs. Now she's showing me this. I wanted to come on and tell you guys this so that I could give more of a location. I cannot remember her name. She's also and it's not Fresno. It's the Salinas. I don't think it's Salinas either. Hold on. I'll see if I can find it. I also got the word Monroe one, like in one of my dreams. Thank you, Marilyn. Well, it's not me, it's Spirit, but I'm just the translator, and sometimes I get a little confused. Her name is like another weird name. I can't remember. Did they find her? Wait, hold on. Where? No. Where's Shazam at? Selma. Yes, Selma. Thank you. Selma, that's it. Yep, that's it. Where is her name? Jolissa Fuentes. Jolissa Fuentes. She's been missing almost 2 weeks, and she is also missing with her car. Or was with her car. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, that's a different one. It's Jolissa, right? Okay, Jolissa. Hope I'm saying her name right. She's been missing since August 7th, so she went missing a day after Kiely. So you see what I mean? It's a pattern. They all three went missing within 3 days of each other. She went missing the same day the couple did. So that's what I mean. It's a pattern. And now we know at least one's been in an accident. It's probably Interconnect. They're probably basically all. She was last seen at AMPM gas station on Nebraska. And then I said, then from home. So Rose is right in between there. So that was weird. So I got the information on that. She's not been recovered in her vehicle. She's in a Hyundai Accent. Her and her vehicle are also missing. It's also silver. So this is a good example of the interconnects. You guys can see the interconnects and connections with all three of them going missing in their car at the same time. And I've got information on all of them. The embankment, and now Kiely's coming in a little bit stronger now that we figured that one out. And now this girl, I got the road that's right in between where she went missing, which I don't know what that means, but it's Rose. I thought that was kind of weird. But yeah, she also has a silver or a gray car. Hello, Jess. So I didn't want to make this like a huge live or long live, but I just wanted to come on and tell you guys like what my thoughts were, what my impressions were after going back through all the readings, and after now finding out that this couple was found down an embankment. Like, I think that's my embankment crash that came in the second reading, and where I think Kiely is now. And I think, like I said, my prediction on if she's going to be found. I really feel strongly about AWP coming in and finding her, but that's just a feeling I had. And because I got AWP the very first reading, I think that's why. So I don't know. If they search the deep water, I think, because it comes across like I keep saying this too. What I'm telling you guys is something that keeps repeating in my mind. So it goes flat like this, and then all of a sudden it drops down into deep water, and then it kind of comes back up, to the other side. So I don't know if reservoirs are different than lakes in that way, but I keep getting kind of that. And then again, I keep seeing her car floating down, and like her hair going up, and it's all dark around her. wondering if she passed out. I wonder if she had a blackout. Because as I'm telling you guys that, I keep seeing like she passed out or something. Huh. I don't know. I think it's deep in the middle. Because it makes sense because that's what the police were saying. It was 52 feet. And they were going in blind. They couldn't see very well. You know what? I don't see her trying. I'm not seeing that part of her going in, Deb. Like, I'm having a hard time seeing exactly what happened. Maybe she passed out. It's kind of like I see her there like that, and I'm wondering if she passed out, like blacked out. You know, when people drink too much. Yeah, show me. Go ahead if it matches. Yeah, if it matches what I'm saying, Marilyn. Yeah, wasn't it a reservoir divot? Yep, that's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna find her in the deep water. Because I see it floating down. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe she might have passed out. I haven't seen that before till now either. So it's like I'm getting bits and pieces with her. I don't know. I'd have to do a reading on that. I have to do a reading. You know, she's with her car, so I don't know. But I looked, and there's not really any water around there. There's not really any embankments. I mean, there's a river a little ways up. I don't know what she'd be doing there, right? Or you know, I saw weed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Yeah. And I've thought about all the different water areas she could be, and they kept taking me back to that lake because I wanted confirmation. I wanted confirmation where she was and everything. And now, and because I kept thinking, I don't think that accident in the trees was her. And then I find out about those the two that were missing, the couple or ex-couple or whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna say one thing about Jalessa. What? Till I do a reading. Well, what do you want to say, Shazam? Depends on what it is. But they keep taking me back to that lake today, and then I kept seeing her floating. I told Shazam today, I said I keep seeing her car floating down. So it's weird because it stopped today, and then they found that couple today. So the couple must have been really like overtaking, and then now they were found. So it has to do with timing. They needed to be found first, if that makes sense. Well, don't tell me that much. Shazam, I said depending on what it was. I don't know. I'd have to do a reading on that one. Doesn't feel great though. Yeah, but you know what? A lot of people do stupid skits. It might not even mean anything. People might be looking more into it than what they should. Yeah, I saw the TikToks. Okay. No, maybe we'll work on that one because that's kind of bugging me. Because I did get Rose, and maybe I'm supposed to because it's an interconnect. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, Rose is laying right here. Oh, baby. Yeah, she always lays right here when I do lives now. It's like her spot to be. It is weird, I won't lie, but I mean, sometimes people do stupid skits that don't mean anything, like trends and stuff. It is pretty weird, but I don't know. You know, and I have to admit, like, she is acting weird and stuff, but I don't, it's not what I'm being given. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but I can only give you guys what I'm given. And the fact that her astrology chart matches an accident, it's just validating to me. So I'm going to stick with what I'm getting. Because right when I saw that she was missing, I started to, I wanted to put it with Kiely. When I saw my vision of the car going into the water, and then someone posted her, I said, yeah, I think that's where it goes. My neck is hurting really bad all of a sudden. I've never heard of that case. Is that a case, Ozzy? I've never heard of it. And I'm burning up right now, too. All of a sudden. So... But I think that's about it. I've never heard of it. Yeah, I haven't heard of it. You know, it's kind of weird how some people get more coverage than the other. Like this reminded me of how fast Gabby got coverage. But you know what? I think it has a lot to do with people knowing what outlets to contact and pushing different outlets, and like knowing, just like, you know, some people market really good and some people don't. Like sometimes I think that has something to do with it. Not always, but sometimes. Yeah, you know what? I don't allow drama. We kick the drama out right when it comes. And I think that the people watching a lot of them have been with me long enough to trust me. They don't argue with me. I don't know. But yeah, I don't put up with drama. We don't do drama here. So no drama. We are drama free. Yep. So it's good to have you here, Divot. Yep. We are a spiritual based channel. We're here to, this is what we're about right here. And this is what make the channel about, is seeking truth and justice. And I do the best that I can to do that with Spirit's help. I can only give what they give. So I can't give you anything unless they give it to me. And sometimes they are a bit confusing, I know. So if you haven't followed me on TikTok, please do so, because it needs to grow. I haven't been posting anything on there, though, because I'm not great at, I can't figure out what videos, I got to figure that out. I don't know. But, yep, this is our positive group. And thank you for subbing. I also have a group on Facebook, a Psychic Sleuth Podcast. That's awesome. No. You know what, Ray? I wish I see more. I always tell Shazam, like, I don't see enough. And I get really frustrated. And, like, I get, like, super frustrated sometimes that I don't see enough. I don't feel like I'm good enough sometimes. But then I try to remind myself that we can only give what we're given. And sometimes Spirit doesn't give all the answers. And sometimes they don't give us everything. If you watch a lot of psychic detective shows, you know, the psychic detectives, psychic investigators, it all comes in like, you know, little at a time. It's kind of like that. So, you know, we've been working on finding missing things, but that's a lot easier finding missing things in a house than finding missing people. Finding missing people is really hard, but, you know, and some people can't handle what I see. So, I mean, it depends, but at the same time, it's not like I'm watching a movie with a bunch of like gore and stuff. I can't do that, but I see it. It's not like as vivid. You know what I mean? It's vivid, but it's not, but I am so about trying to find out what happened that I can handle it. Yeah, I find Shazam stuff all the time. Yeah, like data packets. Exactly. Like it comes in. And sometimes like I said, but when I go deep, when I do my auto writing or I'm channeling to get deeper, like when I'm typing, like I said, I pull in other interconnects. I don't know why I do that. I think I'm just deeper when I'm typing. That's all. And it doesn't happen with personal readings because they're getting validated and there's no reason to come in. With cases, it's different because it's all about timing and I don't know, timing and connections is all Interconnects is about. Next time you do reads, I'm going to have it done 3 lives now. Say things that pertain to me. And yeah, we'll be doing another live like that soon. And that could just be your loved one telling you, hey, yo, I'm here. So, yeah, exactly. Right. But pings are radiuses, right? It doesn't give us an exact location. It gives us a radius. Exactly. I'm in a mindfulness state. Yep. Well, all you have to do is click the link, Marilyn. It's easy. It gives you directions once you click the link. Super easy. Yeah, I need to do just a video for members. I need to try to think. I might like do cards or something. I just got some Moonology cards. So I want to do something fun that doesn't take a lot of energy. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I know. This is all I do for work, and I'm getting so tired, and I still have to. I still have to do it. This is the only way I pay bills and feed my animals and stuff. So that's why I said if anybody wants to donate, it's greatly appreciated. It's not necessary, but it is appreciated. Because I do put a lot of time into this, like hours and hours and hours. Yes, debit. Yep, that's true. So, and if you know this, like, yeah, I'm broke with all my animals. I can't help it though. They keep me going. You know what I mean? But I'm getting worn out because all day I've seen that vision. So as you know, even if I'm getting a vision like that, I'm still using energy. So all day they've been showing me that. Plus I had 2 readings all day, all day, all day. And then now with you guys all day. And she's coming in because my neck is freaking hurting really bad right now. Good luck with your development to change. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessary, but it does help me out a lot because I do a lot of free stuff. Like somebody messaged me today to do Oakley. Oakley I got in 2020. I got that name randomly. It's on my list. And then I got it again July of this year. And then it's been coming in a couple of readings. So someone actually emailed me about that case today. It's so funny because I was just telling Shazam about Oakley, and I was like, we need to work this case because I've gotten this a couple times and blah, blah, blah. And then someone messaged me about it today that asking me if I would work on it and they would pay me for it. And I told her, look, if you want to donate, that's fine. But, I try not to take money for missing cases unless someone wants to donate. Yep. So I do work hard. I'm always working constantly, constant. It's a constant thing. And I'm starting to get wore out. And then I got all these allergies around here. Like I'm allergic to these weeds and they're driving me crazy. So we're going to be doing Oakley at one time because someone has now suggested it and I've been getting it for a while. So I only have one kid and he decided he wanted to live with his dad. He's a teenager. So he's 17. He's almost 18. So my animals are my kids, other kids. I have a book. It's called Art or Love, a Twin Flame Story. It's on Amazon. I tried to start a blog, but I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything to write about. I would do more videos about it too, but I don't have any ideas. That's why I'm always like, if you guys have questions, I'll answer them, because otherwise I don't really know what to write about. That would be awesome, Devitt. Thank you. Yeah. Try to do more stuff, have merchandise and all that. I have Patreon, memberships, anything. That's always to support my work with spirit. But again, just only if you want to. But this is what we stand for. So I don't know how to explain it in simple terms. Oh yeah, there's a lot I want to do. I wanted to do the missing indigenous, and I thought about doing missing 411. I don't know. We were gonna do that for the podcast, and I don't know. There's a lot of weird ones. But I think the indigenous need a lot of attention. That's another one I want to work on. I think it's going to be hard though, because it's a bunch of different cases with a bunch of different situations. Some might be connected, some might not be. So I'll have to do it case by case. So I don't know when I'll get that done, because that's going to be a tough one. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all I'm getting. I think that's all I'm getting for Kiely. My neck is hurting though, so I think it's related to her. Because I'm also really hot right now. Which is what I feel with accents sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And if you haven't checked out the podcast, check out the podcast. You can get it on Spotify too, but the link is down below in the See More section. But you can find it on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast at. There should be a new one coming out soon. We did it. We just have to wait for her to edit it. Jessica Hamby's the next one coming out. So. If someone is trapped somewhere without food, water, shelter for days, then it dies. Then dies. I don't use the word dies, but passes away. I think they go through some of the pain, but the body leaves the soul before they pass, before they go through too much. But I think they go through some of it as the body shuts down and they're still conscious. Well, when they're not conscious anymore, the soul leaves, I think. So I thank you for all the new subscribers. We have a lot of people here tonight. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. I appreciate it, but I think that's all I got. So for now, I think I'm going to call it a night, because I just got exhausted all of a sudden, because she's been giving me that same vision this whole time. So, and it's like stuck on that for whatever reason. I think that's just what's important. They give us what's important. So that's what's important. So thanks for being here, all the new people that I've seen and everything. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go look and. Oh, you know what? Before I go, where was that couple found? Hold on, I want to look at that real quick. I want to look at that area real quick. I want to see something. I'm gonna have to look it up because it'll tell you. Well, I think she showed me where she's at. Okay, so she's still alive, but he's not. So that is why he was so adamant to get her help. I bet you anything. Let me find out where this is. Oh wait, nope, just kidding. That's a different person. I'm reading the wrong one. Sorry. Scratch all that. Scratch all that. That's Indiana couple. Where is it at? Scratch that. That was wrong. I thought somebody said they were found at. Did you find anything? Poker Flat Road? Okay, let me see. Poker Flat Road in Reno? Or California? Because it says Poker Flat Road, Downeyville, California, Copperopolis, California, Gold River, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, and San Jose. So which one is it? I don't think it's San Jose, but I don't know where these other ones are. Well, it can't be that one. I don't think. Oh, maybe. There is the one in Downeyville. That would put him in the middle of freaking nowhere, though. Hey, Ray, you too. I'm trying to find out where this couple was found, though, real quick. I can't find it. I don't know where she's talking about. Okay, well, you can email it to me if you find it, or message me or whatever, because I can't find it. And I'd like to see the area. I want to see if it's what I was seeing or if it matches. I do have Facebook, yeah. Just if you go to the Psychic Sleuth, you can find me through there. Near Troll, no, a garden like no other. Okay. Let me look at that then. Trouble, no. Oak Canyon? Oh, off of highways. Oh my gosh, it is trees. Oh wow, okay. I wonder how they went off there. By Pin Valley, I've gotten that pin before. Oh, it is. Oh, it is on now. It is trees. I'm trying to see. Let me see. Ow, my freaking back of my head is hurting now. What the heck is going on? Okay, it looks like there is a creek, Squirrel Creek, and there is a little pond, depending on where they went off at. Depending on where they went off at, there is a creek right across from an old, like, no other. Well, if you put it on, yeah, there's Squirrel Creek, and then there's a little pond by Huntington Ranch. Okay. So, it looks right. It looks like that's who it was. Yep, there is a pond. Off of Huntington Ranch Road, there's a pond. So if they went right there, there's a pond right there, and there's a creek around there. You can only see the creek. It's Squirrel Creek. You can't really see it unless you do like you go to satellite view. Oh, there it is, Squirrel Creek. So Squirrel Creek is right below, and a pond is, yep, to the right, depending on where they went down at. And it's all trees. So I would say that was them. Yep. It's all trees. It's so wooded. Wonder if they were stuck in between the trees like I saw. Huh. It's crazy. It's very possible that a deer came out in front of them there too. It looks pretty like a place where deer would pass by. You know? Man. If you just type it in near troll no, a garden like no other, it'll come right up. Yep, I'm guessing that would be it, because there is a pond and there's a creek and there's a bunch of trees. Yep. All right. Well, I guess that was them then. Which makes sense. They went missing there around the same time. Do you guys want me to put pictures up here, or you got it? Here. I'll put pictures up. Hold on. It'll take me a minute because I have to add it to a slide, because it's the only way I can figure out how to add pictures on here. Hey, Shazam. Fucking goddamn it. Sorry, guys. It won't let me block that. I can't refresh. Where did Shazam, are you there? It won't let me freaking do anything with it. There we go. I had to put them in timeout. It wouldn't let me. Okay, hold on one second. I'll show you real quick. Hold on, guys. I have to make a slide for this, so I apologize. Just 1 second. Okay. Create a new slide. And image. And this is just roundabout because we don't really know, right, exactly where, right? So I'm going from a troll neck like no other. It's around the area. It's close enough. Okay. Huh. Weird. Okay. It's because I blocked the other ones, I think. How do you only block for 5 minutes? I know. I'm going to have to get off here. My dogs are like going off. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you this real quick. Oh, shoot. I added the wrong slide. Damn it. I added the other one. Crap. Okay. No, it says this one should be it. What the heck? Oh, that's why. I needed to do a new... Oh, crap. That's why I did that. Okay, 1 second. I screwed up. I added a slide instead of a new one. 1 second. I'm freaking burning up, dude. I know. Hold on, dogs. What the? Hold on. Almost done. Okay. I think I got it now. Yeah, we never do stop learning. That is true. It's this one. What the hell was that? Goats better not be being jerks to each other. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you guys, they said the knoll thing is right here. There's a creek that goes this way too. You can't really see it. It's called Squirrel Creek. It's a little further down, but there's also one here. And then there's a pond. And then this is all the trees. If that's the right area, that would be right. So I just wanted to show that. So that does match my drawing and my vision and everything. So, okay. And that's why it stopped today, because they were found, if that's correct. So, I don't know. She just said, but by true no, whatever. I can't find a Poker Flats Road. So, it doesn't say what city. Oh, I looked. Someone said a null whatever, so that's what I did. That's what I used. Yep, there are definitely others. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to go take care of my dogs. That was a lot longer than I wanted to do. Hold on. Yeah, so that's right. Because Poker Flats Road is right there. Depending on what side they went off. Again, things might be backwards sometimes in vision. So apparently this Poker Flats is over here. So we don't know what side of the road they went off on either. So close enough for me. Close enough for me. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time.